Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Cass with College of Lore.
I am the Penitent with College of Lore.
Oh my god, we're back everybody. Hell yeah.
We appreciate the support over the last couple of weeks.
We've been going through it. I am fucked up. But we're not going to talk about it. That's not the point of this channel.
If you want to make us less fucked up, subscribe.
Subscribe and join our Patreon so that I can afford medical expenses for all my problems that I have.
Yes,
Yeah. And also so we can eat and do other fun things like make more videos for you. That's the important part, right? That's the part everybody actually cares about.
Do you remember to share this video around?
Yep.
If you have the opportunity to, we appreciate that a lot.
We love you.
Comment on this video, let us know what you think of our ranking of the 4E spells.
The 4th level spells. We're ranking them today. If you couldn't tell from the title.
Yeah, keep in mind that we are... The differences of opinion are fine, don't be mean.
Yeah. You're allowed to disagree with us. You're not allowed to be a jerk about it in the comments section. Yes. Those are two different things. Please, though, give us your opinions. Just be nice about it.
Yes.
So do you want to just get into this spell?
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Alright. Number 61. There's 61 of these. Summon Greater Demon.
Okay.
You told me this spell is one of the worst spells in the game.
In my opinion, yes.
I'm really intrigued to hear what's wrong with this.
So let me sell you on this.
We talked about it a little. Yeah, sell me on it.
So you can summon a demon of challenge rating 5 or lower.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
You roll initiative for it, it has its own turns.
Okay.
You can issue a verbal command to tell it what to do on its turn.
Alright.
On each of the demon's turns, it gets to make a charisma save. The demon has a disadvantage on the throw if you say its true name. Okay. How you figure that out?
Sucks be you.
Up to you. On a failed save, the demon continues to obey you. On a successful save, your control of the demon ends for the rest of the duration. The demon spends its turn pursuing and attacking the nearest non-demons to the best of its ability. If the concentration on the spell stops before it reaches its full duration, an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear for 1d6 rounds if it still has hit points.
Oh.
You can form a protective circle, but, like...
Only for you.
Yes.
And, like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
So, what are your thoughts on Summon Greater Demon?
It's a greater way to get yourself killed.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
If you fuck up at all during this process, if you get unlucky. Plenty of demons have good charisma scores and good saves.
I make some vague notes on these, and my note on Summon Greater Demon was just, what?
What? It's terrible. It's really, it's fine until you get fucked up, and then it's really, really bad.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever take this.
Yeah. Number 60. Ralatheme's Psychic Lance.
Okay, so there's the regular version and the UA version of this.
Okay, the UA versions are basically always better. Because
the UA version is better, so on principle, based on previous rankings, this has to be lower. This has to be down here.
Even though it's, like, probably
It's fine, and we'll get to what it actually does, but this is just a worse version of the UA version, so...
Yeah, and in fairness, that's because they balanced it.
Yes, it does 7d6 instead of 10d6.
Yeah.
My usual rule is put it, like, 5 places lower than the UA version if you can't use UA.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me what it does?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's an important part of this conversation.
Basically, you make this like, Psychic Energy Lance that deals, 7d6 and incapacitates on a failed intelligence save, and it's an all-or-nothing spell.
Oh, okay, really?
Yes.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad, actually. Damn. Like, I know 4th level spells don't usually get that high damage, but, like, all-or-nothing kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, 59 is Conjur Barlgura. Barjura?
Alright.
I don't know.
So you summon a Barlgura.
Barlgura.
It's hostile to all non-demons.
Okay.
During its turn, it moves towards and attacks the nearest non-demon it can perceive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
This you can't even control.
Not even at the beginning.
No.
Wait, why is this one higher?
Because a Barlgura is a challenge rating of...
less.
And so check out the Barlgura stat block.
Yeah. This is a hard word to say, everybody.
It is a challenge rating of 5. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is worse.
There was a reason I did this.
Yeah, why did you do this?
So, because in certain situations it can be more useful in that, like, it doesn't break control necessarily.
Okay.
It's just as bad as Summon Greater Demon, though, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright.
Summon Greater Demon I dislike because as a DM, I would make it have enmity towards you.
Yeah.
But no, it's also bad.
58. Conjure Shadow Demon. We're
Hey, do you
conjuring
want to
a
guess
lot.
what this thing does?
Or am I allowed to guess for real?
Yeah.
Alright. My guess is it makes a field of pretty flowers for everyone to sit in and have a party.
You would be wrong.
Damn it! Fuck! I was so sure!
So...
Can I guess again? Can I have a second
Yes.
shot at this? Does it conjure a Shadow Demon?
You would be correct this time. Alright.
Nice! Got him! Second
So it
time's
makes
the
a Shadow
charm.
Demon. You roll initiative like the other demons. You can issue orders to it. It obeys as long as it can attack a creature on each of its turns and doesn't start turn in the area of bright light. If either of those conditions are not met, the Shadow Demon immediately makes a Charisma check, contested by your Charisma check. If you fail, the spell no longer requires concentration and the demon is no longer under your control.
So basically all of these are like, fuck you if you make any mistakes at all in this scenario or have any bad luck.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of summoning in the first place, but demonic summoning particularly seems bad.
57. Storm Sphere.
Oh, this spell.
What's wrong with it?
Storm Sphere.
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
So you make a 20-foot radius sphere of air,
Okay.
and it can deal up to 2d6 bludgeoning damage on a unsuccessful strength saving throw to creatures in the sphere.
Okay.
And that's basically the main point. As a bonus action, you can make a lightning bolt spring from the sphere towards one creature, make a ranged spell attack. If you have advantage on the attack if the target is in the sphere. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 lightning. Creatures within 30 feet of the sphere have disadvantage on wisdom checks made to listen.
Wow, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So it's down this low because there's a better 4th level spell that does so many things better.
Wild.
That spell is Sickening Radiance, by the way.
Okay, well I'm excited to hear about that one. Number 56. Morden Cannon's Private Sanctum.
Yeah.
Why does his Private Sanctum suck so bad?
So the thing about Private Sanctum is it's kind of like one of those tiny hut type spells. You make this large, manor that exists.
Okay.
But unlike all of the other spells that do this, it doesn't block entry to anyone.
That seems bad.
It lasts 24 hours, which is the selling point.
Yes.
And if you cast it every day for a year on the same spot, it becomes permanent. But the big thing about it is that, it doesn't block entry to anyone.
Well, that seems really bad, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the point of it, then?
It's immune to scrying.
I guess.
Or, planar travel. But it's not
Yeah.
immune to someone just walking the fuck in.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Alright, number 55. Liamans' Secret Chest.
Alright, so Liamans' Secret Chest.
This is just he's wearing a binder. He's wearing a chest binder. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Liamans' Secret Chest is a spell
That is not pulling up on our page right now.
that is giving me a bad gateway.
Yeah, let us see the spell, please, internet. We're gonna have to do some real quick Googling. Hang on, just...
Liamans' tiny chest.
Yeah. Liamans' secret hut.
So you hide a chest and all its contents on the ethereal plane.
Oh.
You touch the chest and a miniature replica that serves as a material component for the spell. The chest contains up to 12 cubic feet of non-living matter. While the chest is on the ethereal plane, you can use an action touch the replica to recall the chest. It appears in an unoccupied space on the ground within 5 feet of you. You can send the chest back to the ethereal plane by using an action and touching both the chest and the replica. After 60 days, there is a 5% chance the spell effect ends. This effect ends if you cast the spell again. The smaller replica chest is destroyed, or if you choose to end the spell as an action. If the spell ends and the larger chest is on the ethereal plane, it is irretrievably lost.
Well, that sucks.
So,
Bag of holding, but worse.
I don't know why you would need this.
Yeah.
And there's a small chance...
unless you really, really don't want something to get stolen for a short period of time.
Yeah, and there's a small chance you can just lose it forever. It's so situational, I can't think of a situation to use it in.
I can, but not very many.
Yes.
54. Fabricate.
The spell is bad and it should feel bad.
What's wrong with him? What did he do to deserve that?
Fabricate is You convert raw material into products of the same material. A wooden bridge from a clump of trees, for example. The problem is the word raw material.
Yeah.
So you can't turn, like, a tree into a bridge. Mm-hmm. Just a pile of wood, or...
What?
Yeah, it has to be raw material.
Is that, like, specified?
Yes.
Wild. Why?
That is the issue.
That's so weird and bad.
It also takes 10 minutes to cast, so if you're trying to make a bridge to cross during a chase...
Don't use the spell.
Yep.
It's bad. Alright, that sucks. Number 53. Conjure minor elementals.
So,
just little guys.
You can conjure some elementals.
You sure can.
How do you feel about the DM getting to choose the type of elemental you summon?
Well, I feel like that would make this a lot harder to utilize effectively.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what happens in the
this is
spell.
a spell slot up from Conjure Lesser Demons and Conjure and Summon Animals.
Yes.
But a spell slot higher, and you can't choose the elemental type.
Wild.
So that's what you get with your elementals.
Yeah. 52. Ice Storm.
Ice Storm.
Shoosh. Hail noises.
So, a solid a hail of rock-hard ice pounds the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot height cylinder centered on a point within range. Each creature in that cylinder must make a dex save or take 2d8 bludgeoning and 46 cold on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Hailstones turn the storm's area into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So this one to me is just, like, way worse than it looks. The damage doesn't really matter, and the field control is really brief.
Yeah. If it lasted longer, it might be okay.
Yeah. It lasts one turn. The bludgeoning damage is entirely inconsequential. The cold isn't even that good.
Yeah.
And for a 4th level spell slot, I think you can do more.
You can do more damage than that with a 3rd level fireball.
Yes.
Just in case anyone was wondering. Number 51. Grasping Vine. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Fireball's a better spell than Ice Storm.
You conjure a vine that sprouts from the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. When you cast this spell, you direct the vine to lash out at the creature within 30 feet of it. The creature must succeed on a dex save or be pulled 20 feet towards the vine.
Wild. That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, you can do this again as a bonus action on each of your turns. Lasts a minute. I mean...
Like, it's field control, I guess.
And it can stop people running away, and... I wrote down that this feels like a 2nd level spell.
It kinda does, is the thing. That's wild.
Like, it's a 2nd level spell, I like this, but it's a 4th level spell.
Yeah. Number 49. Wait, fuck, I skipped one. Sorry. Number 50. Compulsion. I was compelled to skip this spell.
Compulsion is an interesting spell. Creatures of your choice that you can see within range, that's creatures,
Multiple creatures.
must make a wisdom save. A target automatically succeeds if it can't be charmed. On a failed save, the target is affected by the spell. Until the end of your turn, until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to designate a direction that is horizontal to you. Each affected creature must use as much of its movement as possible to move in that direction.
Okay. That's it? They just move?
Yes. Basically, they can still do their actions, you just control their movement.
What?
So, like, I mean...
What?
The situation people pointed out for this is getting everyone set up for Fireball.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Or like an escape, but it's so
but it's
weirdly
a 4th
situational.
level spell.
Just to control their movement.
Yeah. I could see that being like a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, but I don't like this.
I don't know about this for a 4th level spell. Number 49 for real this time. Conjure woodland beings.
Yeah, you make some little woodland you make fey creatures is what you do.
Yeah.
Fine. It's the conjure spell, but it makes
fey creatures.
Fey have some useful things, but like I would still in most cases use summon animals if I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because it's just a 4th level spell to just make some fairies.
Hey, who wants to guess what kind of spell the next spell on this list is? Do you want to guess? Don't look at the list. Do you want to guess what it is?
The list.
I know. Don't look at it.
Yeah,
guess what it is.
elemental.
Fuck! You weren't supposed to remember! Number 48 is Summon Elemental. Stop being mean to me on my own video.
So, this time you can choose what type of elemental you summon.
Okay, but you only get one.
Yes, you only get one.
Lame.
You get to choose, though, which is a nice little bonus.
Yeah, it's better than the other one. That's why it's more places up on the list.
It's still not very good, but you can at least choose what elemental you get. You only get one of him, though.
47. Hallucinatory Terrain.
Yeah, so Hallucinatory Terrain is...
That seems like one that would be really fun to pronounce wrong on purpose.
Hallucinatory Terrain is...
Were you waiting for me to do it?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
It has a range of 300 feet. It lasts for 24 hours.
Hallucinatory Terrain.
You make a natural terrain in a 150-foot cube in a range, look, sound, or smell, like any sort of other natural terrain. Open fields can be made to look like a swamp. A pond can be made to look like a grassy meadow. Stuff like that. The tactile characteristics are unchanged, so creatures entering the area are likely to see through the illusion.
That seems like it kind of defeats the point.
But you like the idea is that you could like make a troop of horses chasing you run into the ocean.
Yeah.
I feel just like this is so bizarrely situational.
Yeah, that's fair. It feels like it's good for being hunted or followed, and that's about it.
Yeah. I don't really see who else you're tricking with this.
Yeah. Number 46. Locate creature.
I thought this spell was going to be so much better when I opened this. I really
Finds
did.
a creature.
So you describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You can
Okay.
sense direction to the creature's location, as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving in a direction, it's moving.
1,000 feet is actually not very much,
No.
guys.
The spell can locate a creature specific to you or the nearest creature of such kind, such as a human or a unicorn, so long as you have seen the creature up close. If the creature you described or name is in a different form, such as being an effective polymorph, the spell doesn't do anything.
It's lame.
The spell can't locate a creature if running water is at least 10 feet wide, blocks the direction between you and the creature.
So you can't actually do it very far, and also there's ways to make it not work at all.
Correct.
Lame.
So the idea with this is, in most cases, if, I kind of mentioned earlier...
I can see reasons to use this, but it's very situational.
I think it was the third level spells. If someone's, kidnapped someone, for example, or is hiding from you,
Yeah.
and they're aware that you're a class that can cast this spell, they're going to be over 10 feet of water, or polymorphed temporarily, or something like that. Or just outside of 1,000 feet of where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are ways around this.
It has so many little tweaks to it, and I don't like it.
Number 45. Galder's Speedy Courier.
Yeah, so you can order Uber Eats. You summon a small air elemental to a spot within range. It is formless, transparent, and immune to all damage.
Okay.
It carries an open, empty chest whose interior dimensions are 3 feet on each side. While the spell lasts, you can put as many items inside the chest as will fit. You can name a living creature you have met and seen at least once before, any creature with which you possess a body part of.
Okay.
As soon as the lid of the chest is closed, the elemental in the chest disappear and reappear adjacent to the target creature, if the creature is on the same plane as you.
And if it's not, does all your stuff just disappear?
Yeah, your stuff appears on the ground in front of you.
Oh, okay. Wild.
The target creature knows the chest contents before it opens them.
Okay, wild. So you can't, drop a bomb off with somebody. Lame.
It could be very useful in a very specific situation, otherwise it isn't that useful.
Yeah.
And for a warlock...
Yeah. That's not...
Wizards learn it too, but warlock especially, I would never do this.
Yeah. Number 44. Stone Skin. Ooh, ouch, my skin.
Ouch, my skin. Sorry if you can hear any vibrating in the background, by the way, our cat is sleeping.
Zzz.
So, for up to 1 hour, concentration, this spell turns the flesh of a willing creature you touch as hard as stone. Target has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
That's not actually that bad.
It's not, but there is a big but to this.
Okay. Which is what?
Diamond dust worth 1,000 gold
Oh.
is its material component.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
This would be much higher if it didn't have the stupid material component, but that kills it for me.
Yeah, why would you spend that much money on that for an hour at most? Because it's concentration. Absolutely hog wild. Number 43, Staggering Smite.
Oh, my hatred affair with the smite spells continues.
Yeah.
The next time you hit a creature with a melee attack during the spell's duration, your weapon pierces both body and mind. The attack deals an extra 4d6 psychic damage. They must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, they disadvantage on attack and ability checks and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay. It could be worse.
It could be way worse, but
be a
it's a
lot
4th level spell.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Number 42.
I hate how often I say this. But... Oh, fireworks.
Oh, right. It's New Year's. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. But...
That startled me.
The basic smite, Divine Smite, still exists.
Yeah. I don't know, you could slap this one on and concentrate on it, I guess.
It depends on if you really want psychic damage.
Yeah. 42. Freedom of movement.
Yeah.
I have that already. I don't need a spell for that. Runs around.
So I'm well documented as not loving the movement-based spells.
Yes.
You touch a willing creature, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. Spells and other non-magical effects can neither reduce target's speed nor cause it to be paralyzed or restrained. Target can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled. Being underwater imposes no penalty to movement.
Wild.
So it's kind of a grab bag of effects.
Yeah.
It's useful when needed, but still it's a 4th level spell.
Yeah,
It's really
that's
situational.
fair.
A lot of the higher level spells are just like yeah, this
Put
is
this
fine.
in a situation.
But also, it's so weird and situational, and also, that 4th level spell, you gotta consider, is there not just an easier solution to this problem lower down the spell level?
Yeah, is there not an easier solution you can upcast if you need to?
My biggest thing for damage is always, does this do more than a 4th level fireball? Is
Yeah.
it more useful than a 4th level fireball?
Yeah. Alright. Number 41. Control water.
So, it depends on how your GM interprets rules, whether this spell is good or not.
Okay.
So,
Excited to hear about why.
weird situational, right? You can cause... The big thing about this is you can cause water that's in a container to... you cause the water level of all standing water in an area to rise by as much as 20 feet.
Okay.
Now, the debate on this question is whether a bucket counts.
Huh? What do you mean does a... I need clarification on how that's supposed to work.
If there's a bucket full of water,
Yes.
can you make the water rise by 20 feet and flood the room?
That's not how buckets work.
It sure isn't. I agree with you on that interpretation, but
That's
some
not
people
how
have argued...
buckets work. There's not enough water in it for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make more water.
It sure doesn't.
That's dumb. People are wrong.
You can make water flood, you can part water, you can redirect the flow, or you can make a whirlpool, but none of them are really that useful.
That's so dumb. Do people actually think that would work?
Yeah, people want to argue that that's how it should work.
No, it's not. It doesn't add water, idiots. Anyway, number 40, Summon Construct. God damn, there's a lot of summoning spells.
Yeah, so I wrote down this one
There's so many of these.
gets, resounding...
Yeah, we're almost halfway up the list now, so yeah. Territory.
Like, the constructs are fun. They're pretty decently strong. They're pretty decently healthy. And they have a lot of condition immunities. But, like, it's just a little combat summon. Yeah.
Okay.
You make a little golem.
Number 39. Watery Sphere. Wet Circle, as I would call it. This is it. This is my favorite spell, Wet Circle.
So you conjure a sphere of water.
Wet orb.
Any creature in the sphere must make a strength saving throw. On successful save, the creature is ejected from the space to the nearest occupied space. On a failed save, a creature is restrained by the sphere and engulfed by the water.
Okay. Slurp.
At the end of each turn, a creature can try to break out. Basically, it's a holding sphere of water.
Sphere of holding.
Yes. Except no, but yes.
No, it's a sphere of holding.
I'm whelmed by this one.
You're whelmed. I like that. It is. It's one of the spells. Number 38, Fire Shield.
Like, the thing I can say about water sphere is it's there. Fire Shield
Is also there.
Is a 10-minute, like, shield of fire around you.
Wow, I could never have guessed that.
It sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for 10 feet.
Okay.
You can either get a warm shield or chill shield.
Why is it called Fire Shield if you can make it cold?
The warm shield granting you resistance to cold, and the chill shield granting you resistance to fire.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why can you have two different kinds? If it's called... Why is it not called Elemental Shield? Because that would give people too many other ideas of what it can't do.
In addition, whenever a creature hits you within 5 feet of damage, within 5 feet of you hits you, The shield erupts with flame. The attacker takes 2d8 fire or 2d8 cold.
Why is it still flame? Why do we have cold fire? I don't want to talk about this spell anymore. Number 37, Confusion. I don't want to talk about that one anymore.
I like how that spell made you so angry.
I don't like it. It's dumb. I remember hating it the first time I read it, and I still hate it now.
Alright, so the spell assaults and twists the creature's minds, spawning delusion and provoking uncontrolled actions. Each creature within a 10-foot radius centered on a point you choose within range must succeed on a wisdom save. When you cast a spell or be affected by it, the affected creature can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior for that turn.
That's so wild.
So, natural 1, the creature uses its movement to move in a random direction. To determine the direction, roll a d8 and assign a direction to each die face. 2 through 6, the creature takes no action.
It also doesn't take an action on a 1.
Yes. 7 through 8, the creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a random creature.
Okay.
9 through 10, the creature can attack and move normally.
Wild.
So, first of all...
There's like a 20% chance that it can be normal.
Yes. Like, shutting people down is really useful in the most common reaction to this, but, like, they can pass the save outright, they get to re-save against it each turn.
Yeah.
And there's a 20% chance it just doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Which is why it's not higher, because shutting down is useful, but not that useful.
Number 36, Aura of Life.
Oh, this is a spell that's more useful if you're fighting the undead.
Yeah, that's kind of situational.
Yes,
In
so...
fairness, there are a lot of undead.
Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you. It's a life-preserving 30-foot radius. Centered on you, each non-hostile creature in the aura has resistance to necrotic damage. Hit point maximum can't be reduced. In addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the area with 0 hit points.
If you're high enough level to fight Strahd with this spell, which we never are because we finished Curse of Strahd games too early for that. But if you have the spell and you're fighting Strahd, use this spell. It's a good spell. But that's like the only time where it's good.
I like that it can help you revive downed allies.
That's still good, yeah.
It only heals downed allies, but...
Our cat's being weird, sorry. Okay, that's fine. You're so normal over there.
Sorry, one of our cats is using our other cat's litter box.
Yeah, this is normal behavior. She's not gonna get hissed at for that at all. Anyway, do you guys want to talk about the next spell?
Yes.
35, Guardian of Faith. My cats are so weird. It's my favorite spell. My cats are so weird. 4th level spell.
A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an occupied space of your choice you can see within range.
Okay.
Gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. It's a cleric spell.
Okay.
Any creature hostile to you moved within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dex saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much as a successful save. The guardian vanishes once it has dealt 60 damage total.
Okay.
It lasts for 8 hours.
Interesting. I guess that's a spell.
So, the idea for the spell is to cast it before you sleep, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the usefulness to me. I would never do this in combat.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. 60 damage is not very much for a combat
No, but
spell.
if you want to cast this as like a warning before you sleep, it lasts 8 hours, so...
That's fair. 34, Charm Monster. I can think of some uses for... I'm not gonna say that on the internet. I'm not gonna say that on the internet.
You attempt to
I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube!
You attempt to charm a creature. It must make a wisdom save, and it does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. It's charmed by you. Yeah, it's charmed by you if it fails.
Okay.
And it knows it was charmed by you after the hour duration.
Okay.
So good for an escape, but it's friendly, not obedient.
Yeah.
And it knows that it was charmed by you.
Yeah.
So it does have restrictions, and I kinda don't like it.
33, Ivars Black Tentacles.
I love how you can tell something's a warlock spell just by the name.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely a warlock spell if I've ever seen one.
So, squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground that you can see within range.
Squirming.
For the duration, these tentacles, I keep trying to make sure I'm saying that word right, turn the ground into an area into difficult terrain.
Okay.
A creature enters the affected area for the first time on its turn or starts its turn there. It must succeed on a dex save or take 3d6 bludgeoning.
And be restrained.
And be restrained. A creature that starts turn in the area is already restrained by the tentacles takes 3d6 bludgeoning.
If it's already restrained.
Yes.
And then it can make a save to get out, obviously.
Yes. So, like, decent field control, but
field control.
Kind of outclassed by a lot of stuff.
And it's a warlock spell.
Yeah. I feel like you can do better stuff as a warlock.
32. System backdoor.
Yeah. So, system backdoor.
Let me in to the door. Let me into the back door of the system. I'm hacking in.
This is one of those modern magic spells.
Yes. I could tell that much.
So it allows you to bypass...
Arcana Modern, is it good?
Yes. Bypass system security in order to create a secure login to a foreign system. The login you create allows you to administer level privileges in any computer system not enhanced through technomagic. The login defeats any technomagic spells of 3rd level or lower. Once the duration of the spell expires, 1 hour, the login and all privileges are wiped from the system. The system logs still show your activity of the user, but the user identification cannot be traced.
See, that's actually fine for what it is and what it's supposed to be used in a setting for.
It's really specific, but when you need it, it's really good.
Yeah. Number 31. Hey, we're like halfway done now. Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound.
Oh, man.
Doggy.
See, like, I like the Faithful Hound to a degree.
Okay. You are a big fan of dogs.
You conjure a Phantom Watchdog for 8 hours.
Okay.
It remains for 8 hours until you dismiss it or until you move more than 100 feet away from it.
Alright.
The Hound is invisible to all creatures except you and cannot be harmed. You can make creatures speak a password to get bypass it. But whenever a creature, a small or larger creature, comes within 30 feet of it without first speaking the password, it starts to bark loudly.
Okay.
The Hound sees invisible creatures and can see into the ethereal plane, but it ignores all illusions.
Okay.
At the start of each of your turns, the Hound attempts to bite one creature within 5 feet of you that is hostile to you. The Hound's attack bonus is equal to your spellcasting ability modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Deals 48 piercing on a hit.
So why don't you like him?
It can't move.
Oh. That's fair. Can he move if you move?
No.
Oh, he just stays there forever?
Mm-hmm.
Let him move! He's just a little dog. Let the doggy move.
The Hound is fixed to a singular point.
That's kind of bad, yeah. That would do it.
Good for detection, great to cast when you sleep. But you know what's better than this spell? Tiny Servant.
Yeah. Number 30. Spirit of Death. Ooh, Death Ghost.
Yes.
I think most spirits are of death, I'll be real. I don't know what makes this one so fucking special. I think most spirits are of death.
Boy, they weren't kidding.
Opinion.
That spirit sure can of death.
Yeah.
So, you call forth a spirit that embodies death itself. The spirit manifests in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of target creature, and the target becomes haunted by the spirit.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, basically this targets one creature. This is a fuck you in particular summon spell.
Okay, that sounds fun. I'm here for that.
Yeah, I like that, honestly. It's fine. Like, the damage and power are a little bit lacking.
Yeah.
But it's a nice little bonus.
Yeah.
That you don't have to worry too much about. It only deals 1d10 plus 3 plus spell level.
Okay. It's still not terrible.
No, but at 4th level, you know...
I mean, it's up to 17 damage a turn, which is
yes.
bad.
It's necrotic, which is nice. Yeah.
Also, doesn't it get multi-attacks?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. It can be more than one. Alright, number 28. 29. Fuck. Summon Aberration.
Fuck Aberration.
Summon... I don't want to talk about what that might mean. We're not allowed to say that.
You call forth an aberrant spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space. It's another summoning spell, but this time it's aberrations, which are a lot stronger. You can choose between Beholderkin, Slod, and Starspawn.
What the fuck is a Slod?
Do you want me to show you a picture?
Am I gonna be freaked out by it?
I don't think so.
Okay, show me him. Show me a Slod. Oh. He's kind of weird looking.
It's like a big frog guy.
Huh. I don't know how I feel about him.
They're aberrations.
Okay.
And
it summons an aberration.
Yes. They have multi-attack. They have, like, eye rays if they're beholders, which are neat.
Okay.
Yeah, aberrations are... I like this slightly better than the death thing because the aberrations are a little bit stronger.
Number 28. For real this time. Guardian of Nature. You summoning a druid? Is that what this does? You summon a tree hugger?
You summon a druid?
You summon this fucking random-ass druid into your party?
So no, a nature spirit answers your call and transforms you into a powerful guardian.
Oh, okay. So
you choose one of the following: primal beast or giant tree.
So it makes you a druid.
Well, you're already a druid or a ranger.
Oh, okay. So this is wild shape, but 4th level spell edition.
Yeah, so if you become a primal beast, your walking speed increases, you gain dark vision, you make strength-based attack rolls with an advantage, your melee attacks deal 1d6 extra force.
Yeah, but like, you're already a druid.
If you choose Giant Tree, you get 10 temporary hit points, your con saves are made with advantage, you make dex and wisdom-based attacks with advantage. And the ground is within 15 feet of you, it is difficult terrain for enemies while you're on the ground.
Okay. That just seems like Wild Shape 2, the harder to cast and more complicated version.
So I don't think that the first mode is very useful at all.
Yeah.
I think the second mode can be really nice, but I still hesitate with the 4th level slot.
That's fair. Number 27. Blight. I think this spell is just kind of badass conceptually.
I agree.
I just like the aesthetic of it, I'll be real.
So
I love necrotic damage spells. That's what this one is, right? It's
yes, Necrotic Energy washes over a creature that you choose in range. 8d8 Necrotic.
That's a lot of necrotic. That's 64 damage, guys. That's pretty good at a maximum.
Also, if you target a plant creature or magical plant, the spell deals maximum damage if it fails. It makes saving throw disadvantage when the spell deals maximum damage.
Wild.
Non-magical plants simply wither and die.
Wild.
So it's 8d8 Necrotic to 1 creature is my only...
Yeah.
It doesn't have any AoE.
Yeah.
But still, it's
Still
really
pretty
good.
good.
It's really good.
26. Aura of Purity.
Around the 20 areas where I start to... Yeah, this is where I start to feel
Yeah.
like the spells are good. Aura of Purity. I like Aura of Purity.
Okay, what does it do? Explain why.
God damn it.
Oh, he's having a silly moment. Our other cat is here now. Everyone say hi, Autumn. Hi, Autumn. I'll do it if you want.
Hi, Autumn.
She's right there, and she's so small and cute.
Alright, Purifying Energy radiates...
Go watch our channel update video from like 2 months ago if you want to see a picture of my cats.
Radiates from you in an aura within a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, cannot become diseased, has resistance to poison, and has advantage on saving throws that cause any of the following conditions. Most of the conditions.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's basically protection from like 99% of status conditions.
Yeah, which is useful. It's like a Pokemon move.
Yeah.
It has pretty...
Safeguard.
It's pretty broad range, is my thing. It's so useful for ranginess.
Yes. It's versatile, is I think what you meant to say.
Yes.
Number 25, Gravity Sinkhole.
How do you spell sinkhole?
Sinquehuexle.
Good.
Thanks. I'm actually terrible at spelling out loud, so I'm glad I got that one right.
So, this is a Dunamancy wizard spell.
Okay.
A 20-foot radius sphere of crushing force forms at a point you can see within range and tugs at creatures there. Each creature must make a con save. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d10 force and is pulled in a straight line towards the center of the sphere.
Slurp.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much as isn't pulled.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the Gravity Sinkhole it's a cool spell. The damage isn't amazing, but it's also not negligible.
It's good field control, too.
The pull effect is nice. Yeah, it's nice to be able to pull creatures where you want.
Yeah, you can center them for a fireball later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 24, Elemental Bane.
Hey, that's a god.
Hey, that's a guy. Hey, I know that guy.
So, choose one creature you can
Personally,
see,
we've gone to lunch before.
and choose one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Okay.
The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be affected for the spell for the duration. The first time each turn, the affected creature takes damage of the chosen type. The target takes an extra 2d6 of that type. Moreover, the creature loses any resistances to that damage type until the spell ends, which lasts for a minute.
Could be.
It's not as good as it could be.
But it's not terrible, I guess. It's better if you're fighting like big creatures instead of a
Yeah, it's a nice little attack against bosses, mainly.
Yeah. 23, Giant Insect. Those are 2 different kinds of things. Those are 2 different things you can fight in Dungeons and Dragons.
Storm Beetle's Thunder.
Storm Beetle. Yeah, I like that.
You transform to 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion into giant versions of their natural form for the duration.
Something about the energy of the way you said... Can you say that again? That made me so happy. Please.
You transform to 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion within range.
I just love there's so many different options. I don't know, I like it. I vibe with it. It makes me happy.
Each creature obeys you.
Yay.
And in combat, they act on your turn each round.
Okay. What else do they do?
That's it.
No. But they fight!
They do.
Do they get, like, how do their stat changes work? Do they get, like,
There are
stat
giant
buffs? Okay.
creature versions.
Okay.
They get, like, the giant spider stat blocker.
Okay. I love them. I like that a lot.
It's exclusively a druid spell, which is interesting.
Bugs. Wow, I can't believe you can play Skitter from Parahumans in this game with this one cool spell. People who don't like Worm hate her. Find out this one weird trick to make everything in Dungeons & Dragons tie back to Worm somehow.
Are you ready for the meme?
Yeah, this is my favorite spell. I'm going to reference a Tumblr post that probably most people have not seen. This spell has been affectionately referred to by some people in the Critical Role fandom as Widowgast's Corpse Tupperware. It's called Widowgast Vault of Amber, number 22.
You arrange 5 small amber
Corpse
gems in a
Tupperware.
loose circle around any non-living material and trace transmutative sigils above each of them. All materials within the circle are pulled to the largest of the gems and are stored there in stasis. The contents do not age, weather, or rot. The gem can hold up to 500 pounds.
So you can put a dead body in there, is what it is.
Yes.
So you can put a dead body in there and carry it around.
You can put other things in there.
Okay, but funnily, the funny part is that you can put a dead body in there and carry it.
It's really useful for, like, revival spells.
Yes.
For resurrection and
Yes.
whatnot.
Number 21. Conjure Nobot. What's the point of this if it doesn't conjure any bots? I thought the point of this was we were conjuring bots. This is conjure no bots. This is the opposite of summon construct.
You touch a single computerized device or computer system to conjure a Nobot, a partially sentient piece of software imprinted with vestiges of your own skill and computer abilities.
I'm so entertained by my own joke.
So basically,
it's the opposite of summon construct.
What this does is it makes an AI for 10 minutes that can operate without you physically being at a computer.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's again one of the modern magic spells.
Yes.
Yeah, faster and long range hacking with it's versatile.
Yeah. Alright, we're in the top 20 now, everybody. Number 20, Dimension Door. This is a good spell.
It is, it's a very good spell.
It's a good spell. These are all really good spells from here on out.
The top 20 are all really good.
Yay, spells.
So, Dimension Door basically makes a door that you can walk through. Teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. Range is 500 feet.
Yep, not bad.
You can either visualize it or, be like, hey, I want to go 200 feet straight down.
Yeah. Be careful.
You can also bring along one willing creature.
Yay. A creature.
With you, which I appreciate.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Range here's the cell. Misty Step is usually fine, but I think that Dimension Door is really good.
It's the range. That's
yes.
what matters. Number 19, Phantasmal Killer.
So Phantasmal Killer I actually didn't know about for a little while.
I don't remember this spell. Tell me about it.
Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, that's the spell.
Has a bad gateway.
Oh fuck, not a bad gateway. This is so sad. Our internet just randomly picks pages to not load.
You tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range and create an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears, visible only to that creature. The target must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, the target becomes frightened for the duration.
Okay.
At the end of each of the target's turn before the spell, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic.
Okay.
On a successful save, the spell ends. Okay. Concentration up to a minute for Phantasmal Killer.
Okay, not terrible, I guess.
Yeah, I like that it can repeat. I like that it causes the condition.
Yeah. Yeah, they get to repeat their saves, but also, it's what? It's a minute?
Yes.
That's up to 400 damage or something, y'all. If they fail their save the whole time.
If you can make them repeatedly fail their save, it's really good.
Yes. Number 18, Synchronicity.
Hey, this is a bunch of really useful little buffs.
Okay, let's see what they are.
So it's an Unearthed Arcana spell.
Okay. Is it one of the modern magic ones?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is. Oops.
Yes. Fuck
the creature you touch feels reality suddenly shift in its favor while the spell's in effect. It is no longer inconvenienced by mundane delays. Traffic lights are always green, there's always a waiting elevator, and a taxi is always around the corner. The target can run at full speed through dense crowds, and attacks of opportunity provoked by the target's movement are made with disadvantage.
Okay.
Synchronicity grants advantage to dexterity stealth checks, since the target always finds a handy piece of cover available. Additionally, the target has advantage on ability checks made to drive a vehicle.
So yes, it is definitely a modern spell.
Yes, but
but for what it is, it's cool and it's good.
I think Synchronicity is really neat. I think it's a bunch of useful little buffs that can actually make things really functional.
Yeah.
It also lasts for an hour.
Not bad. Number 17. Dominate Monster. Is this a 4th level spell?
Yes.
I thought this was a 5th level spell.
I hope I didn't fuck up. Dominate Beast.
Okay.
My apologies, I mistyped it.
Okay. I was really confused. I was like, I thought Dominate Monster was like a 5th or 6th level spell.
You attempt to beguile a beast that you can see within range.
Sorry, everybody, I just hurt myself really bad. I'm an idiot.
It is a wisdom save. While the beast is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it. No one understands your bond.
Yeah, this is a Horse Girl game now.
You can use telepathic link to issue commands to the creatures while you are conscious. It does its best to obey you. Kind of generic commands like, go over there, or attack that thing.
Okay.
Lasts for a minute. You can use your action to take precise control of the target until the end of your turn. The creature takes only the actions you choose and doesn't do anything that you don't allow it to.
Okay.
Each time the target takes damage, it makes a new wisdom save. If the saving throw succeeds, the spell ends.
Alright. Number 16. Widowghast's Web of Fire. Hey, this guy made a lot of spells.
Yeah.
Who is this motherfucker? I know that guy.
To find out,
Check
out our
no,
short
don't
channel.
Advertise my YouTube shorts. I'm so embarrassed by them at all times.
Striking both palms down upon the ground. The web of fire crackles out from the caster and fire. 5 streaks of fire rapidly snake along the ground towards 5 enemies the caster can see within range, leaving the target and exploding into a column of flame upon reaching them. It does 8d6 fire on a failed save, or half as much as a successful one. Alternatively, all 5 streaks of fire converge on a single target, dealing 12d6.
Okay. I feel like that it should do more, given that all 5 of them are going to one place, but whatever.
Be a stupid amount of damage.
It would, but not like all of it, just like more of it. I think like 12 is kind of bad. I think it should at least double.
I think I prefer Fireball to this still.
Yeah, that's fair. Number 15. Vitriolic Spear. Dude, this sphere just fucking hates you.
So, it's Fireball, is what the spell is.
This sphere just fucking hates your guts.
Vitriolic Sphere is essentially Fireball, but it's acid.
Okay. That's kind of cool, though.
It explodes in a 20-foot radius. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity save. On a failed, it takes 10d4 and 5...
10d4 is kind of bad.
10d4 and then 5d4 at the end of its next turn.
Okay.
On a successful save, a creature takes half the initial damage and no damage at the end.
Okay. That's fair.
20-foot radius is huge.
Yeah. Isn't Fireball 20-foot radius?
Yes.
Yeah. It's big. It's 40 feet across. That's 8 spaces just in one straight line across it.
And ideally, it's dealing 15d4.
Yeah. Yeah, which is not terrible. That's 60 damage at most. It's not bad. Number 15. That was 15. Number 14. Hey, we talked about the worst version of the spell earlier. It's Relathim's Psychic Lance, but like the better version, because it's the not as playtested version.
This time it does...
Just go check out the other one, it just does
This time
damage.
it does 10d7 instead of... Or
10d6. 10d7. This is my favorite dice shape. Number 13. Hey, are you paying attention?
Yeah, what's up?
Number 13. Find greater steed. Tell me about this even better horse.
So I'm actually a little disappointed in Find Greater Steed.
Oh. No, why is it so high then?
It's a good spell, but it's... I do question a little bit.
Love that we're talking about the spell right now. I just got a text from my family member saying that I can go ride horses with him anytime I want. So, this is my Find Greater Steed moment.
So I'm a little unsure if it should be casted, if it's worth casting over Find Steed.
Okay.
You summon a spirit that assumes the form of a loyal, majestic mount, such as a griffin, pegasus, rhinoceros.
Well, the first thing it can do is fly, in theory.
Yes.
Right?
You can make a celestial fae or fiend. It does all the stuff, but it can be a different creature, basically.
Okay.
It does everything that Find Steed, which is a really, really good spell, does, but it can be a different creature, and it has proper, telepathic communication.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I think I would cast it.
I agree.
Since it's permanent.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not a big waste.
No, it's not.
It's not like you have to do it all the time. I would cast it over. Number 12. Arcane Eye.
So this is a really good scrying spell.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Allegedly, but we can't find out if that's true or not because we got an error 502 bad gateway. What is happening? Why are half of these spells coming out that way?
I have no idea.
Sad.
It's not even like the spell page, it's like it just randomly...
10 pages, yeah.
You mentally receive visual information from an eye that you create within 30 feet.
Okay.
Normal vision, or it has 30 feet itself.
Yes.
As an action, you move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There's no limit to how far you can go from the eye. How far away from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter.
Okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's a really useful... Yeah.
It's especially useful if you're, like, luring someone somewhere to spy on.
Yes.
Or if they're in the same space as you.
If you're following someone, too.
Yes. Right. Number 11. This seems like a warlock spell to me. Shadow of Moil. Is that a warlock spell?
Let's see if you're right.
That sounds like a warlock spell.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was right.
Flame-like shadows wreath your body until the spell ends, causing you to become heavily obscured to others. The shadows turn dim light into darkness and bright light into dim light.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, you have resistance to radiant damage. In addition, whenever a creature within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack, the shadows lash out and deal 2d8 necrotic.
Okay,
2d8 necrotic
good.
for 1 minute.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice...
I fuck with that. Edgy. Very edgy warlock moment.
Notably, it is recommended that you can bind this with Armor of Agathis.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
To fuck people up with your cool warlock defenses.
Yeah. Number 10, Otaluk's Resilient Sphere.
So,
He's a tough little sphere. He's toughing it out for you. Love that for him.
I actually really like this spell a lot.
What does he do? Tell me about him.
So, you make a sphere. Nothing can pass through the barrier, in or out.
Okay.
Though a creature in the sphere can breathe there. The sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature or object can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside, nor can they deal anything outside of it.
Okay.
Weight lists just large enough to contain the creature or object inside. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere's wall and roll the sphere up to half the creature's speed. Similarly, the globe can be picked up and moved by other creatures.
Okay.
Disintegrate destroys it.
Okay, interesting.
So, really useful defense, but can also trap someone inside it.
Yes. Very cool. Number
Yeah.
9, Ego Whip. That was my whip noise. What do you think?
I liked it.
Thanks. Doing a pretty good job today, making noises. That's what I do for a living.
You lash the mind of one creature you can see within range, filling it with despair. The target must succeed in an int save or suffer disadvantage on attack rolls, ability check, and saving throws, and it can't cast spells.
Ooh, that's really good.
Yes, it's the spell bit that gets me on this spell.
No, that's what's good about it. You can't. That's great for any like mage boss ever.
Yeah, just totally shutting down abilities to cast spells is boss fight breaking entirely.
Just make sure that you burn through all their legendary resistances first.
Yes.
Or cast the spell a bunch of times.
Yes.
Number 8, Banishment. Ooh.
So, basically, banishment functions that you blink someone out of this realm for a minute. However, if they're not on a native of this plane, they don't come back.
Yeah. They have to find their own way back. So if you have, like, a demon that you're fighting and you're like, hey, fuck out of here.
If you accidentally
Yeah, if you fuck up real bad.
summon Greater Demon.
If someone forces you to cast the spell at gunpoint. No. If you're fighting a demon and it's like, hey, fuck you, get out of here. And the demon's like, oh shit, fuck, I gotta go. The spell just causes the demon to pick up his phone and be like, shit, my mom's calling, I gotta go home.
Someone pointed out the idea of... this
Gotta
is
go.
expressly warned against that it doesn't work in the book.
Yeah.
But someone joked about casting this on your own party in Curse of Strahd.
I wish it worked. That'd be so funny.
Well, see ya, Arena. We're gonna go.
Bye.
Good luck with all this.
Bye. Number 7. Stone Shape. Not to be confused with Stone Skin, which was terrible.
So, free door.
Free door just dropped.
You can reshape stone,
Okay.
which, like, initially doesn't sound that good.
Free door just dropped.
But, man, you touch a stone object of medium or smaller size, section a stone to more than 5 feet in any dimension. You shape it to suit your purpose. Either making a weapon out of it, but the ideal thing is you make doors.
It's kind of a small door.
It's 5 feet. You can fit through that.
Yeah, most people can.
Or you can seal a door.
Oh, that's also pretty cool.
Yes.
No entrance, no exit.
Yes, which is why I like Stone Shape. I think it's really neat.
That's pretty crunchy. Okay, this is one of my favorite spells. Number 6, Death Ward. I love this spell. It bops so hard.
So just 8 hours for death protection, basically.
Yep, you can't die. It only works once.
But no,
you can't fucking die.
You put a death shield on someone for 8 hours. It's insanely useful.
Yeah. If someone might be assassinated, put this spell on them.
Yeah. Or if you're traveling with Arena or...
Just keep casting this on Arena over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Number 5, Greater Invisibility.
So
it's invisibility, but greater.
So it's invisibility, but it lasts 1 minute.
Well, that seems worse to me.
But it doesn't break if you enter combat.
Oh, okay. Well, that is very different.
It is combat invisibility. It lasts, some fucking how.
It lasts 10 turns.
For a minute. And, no matter what you get hit or you hit, it doesn't break.
Yeah.
It's concentration, but that's the only thing. Yeah.
Good fucking luck hitting this guy. Number 4, Sickening Radiance. I actually don't know what this spell does. I don't know why it's good. Please tell me
really useful. So Sickening Radiance.
Which is the only spell in higher up levels that I have no idea what it does.
The light spreads around corners, and so it makes this 30-foot radius sphere of light.
Okay.
When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on its turn or starts its turn, the creature must succeed on a con save or take 4d10 radiant and suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay. Does that stack if they stay in there longer?
Yes.
Okay.
The problem is, once it takes a level of exhaustion, it starts to emit the same light.
So it can spread it to other people.
That is up to DM interpretation. The bigger thing, though, is it no longer benefits from stealth or invisibility.
Oh, okay. That's very fun.
Levels of exhaustion do go away after the spell ends, but you want to know something else? The spell lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no. That's really freaking good, actually. Holy shit. Wow, that's good.
Sickening Radiance is insanely powerful.
That's really good. I don't know why I've never taken that spell before. What classes get that?
Sorcerer, Warlock,
How
Wizard?
have I never taken that? Fuck. I guess I never get very high level.
Yeah.
Either way. Number 3, Wall of Fire. We're in the top 3. Let's go. Wall of Fire is kind of an obvious choice, I think. It's just one of the better damage spells.
When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex save. On a failed save, 5d8 fire. Ones under the wall selected by you deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall.
Yes.
A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn, or it ends its turn there.
Yep. It's a lot of fire damage.
I remember this being used by you to massacre an army of vampires at one point.
Yeah. No, it was freaking awesome. Everybody was like, oh shit, all these vampires are chasing us.
Yeah, I remember you're like, how many vampires? And I'm like, 99.
Yeah, you were like, I'm gonna make it up. And I was like, awesome, okay. I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire, and they're just gonna have to run through it or deal.
Yeah, see, the idea was like, okay, so they'll either Wall of Fire.
They have to take at least 2 turns worth of damage from it, basically, was what we decided.
Yeah.
Which, ouch. And it got us some time, because nobody really wanted to run through it. It was awesome. Anyway, number 2, Polymorph. I do love Polymorph. It's such a good little
spell. So you can change your shape, or an ally's shape, or an enemy's shape if they fail their save.
Shape moment. Get shaped.
To make them look like a different person, or a different species entirely.
Yes.
This is, better than, Disguise Self, for example, because you can make yourself impersonate someone.
You can also make other people disguised.
It lasts for an hour.
Yep.
I mean, you can turn a Tarask into a horse and leave it in the bottom of a canyon somewhere.
You say that almost like I've done that before. You say that almost like that's a thing that's happened in one of our games before. It is.
And then get into a boss fight and go grab the horse and go throw the horse at the boss because you'll know it'll turn back. That's a game tale, isn't it? I'll write that down.
Please tell that story. That's such a funny story. We were like, okay, gotta go deal with this Tarask. Gotta put it somewhere else as a horse. Oh shit, we need to deal with this problem. Let's put the Tarask back.
Yeah.
Number 1, Divination. Once.
This spell's amazing. Divination is, when we do every spell ranked, assuming we get there, this will probably be a top 10 spell.
Really?
Yes.
Wild. Okay.
That's
crazy.
You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Okay.
The DM offers a truthful reply.
Oh, okay. Thanks, DM.
It could be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
Okay.
It does eventually be cast 2 or more times before you finish a long rest. There's a 25% chance of each casting getting a random reading.
Okay.
But you get to point blank ask the DM a question.
Yeah, and they have to answer.
And it's a ritual cast, by the way.
So you can just do this whenever.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wild. Okay. You love to see it.
So that is going to do it for our spells rank.
God, we did it. It's barely over an hour this time, guys. They're getting shorter.
They will continue to get shorter as we go up from here.
I'm so excited for when they're so small.
Right.
And then I'm not excited at all for when we do every spell.
We'll be doing this full time by then. So if you want to see us suffer, subscribe.
Subscribe and join our Patreon so we can have money.
Alright, well thank you so much for watching.
Welcome back, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
I
Year.
hope you enjoyed whatever holidays, if any, you choose to partake in.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this video from College of Lore. Remember to like this video, subscribe to join the party, and have a fantastic adventure.